is 9/28, 2024 at 1:05 a.m. And I'm here to share some dreams and then tell you some more things that was given to me through the Spirit. So the first is a dream where I'm going to name it the crone Sophia and me, because the great mother and Sophia's a daughter, and in the dream I was the third daughter. So it was set up in the dream like the court. You know, when you go to court, and or you even see it on television, the judge sits up high, and when you see the three sisters or the three mothers, the crone, the old lady, the great mother's always leading, and the two daughters stands behind her. So she was sitting up on the throne above us, and so Sophia stands on the right and I'm on the left, but I never say anything. Sophia does all the talking in the dream, and she says she's saying how she has waited for this day for a long time, and how she is old and they've been owing her for a long time, and she is here to collect or to get everything that they have stolen from her, is what she said. And she has come to take back what is rightfully hers, to claim what was stolen from her from the patriarchal rulers. But anyway, that's the way the dream went. First dream. The second dream, it was Sophia. She was on the right this time because everything was thrown off balance. So there sets the right angle. And there was a long table, and she sat at the head of the table. And she was wearing blue and red. It was a blue top and red bottoms. They were red pants. And I was I was on the other end, and to form the other triangle, there were two women in the front of me. So for some reason now, Angela Bassett, the actress, was in the dream, and then there was a lady standing with her, and she wore black. Angela Bassett had on black and gold, like a stripy tiger type of thing. But tiger's kind of orange, but it was a gold tone and black is what she wore. I was in the dream, but I no colors was shown for me, but these were the colors. But anyway, so Sophia gets up from the table and she walks toward Angela Bassett and this woman in black. And as she's standing there, I'm watching it, and the lady Angela Bassett pulls out this, it was like an ice pick type of thing. And she started to take this object, this pointed object, and she started to pierce Sophia in the back of her spine. She goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So Sophia just stands there. Then Angela Bassett, and she puts her arms up. Then Angela Bassett takes that same thing. She just this pointed thing, and then she pierces her in her chest area. So it has to be a heart. So then I watch Sophia turn around. She never fought back. She never did anything. I watch her turn around, and she goes to the bench and she sits down. And I'm looking at this, and in the dream, I'm just thinking, why are they doing that? But anyway, so in this dream, I was trying to interpret it because I really didn't understand it or catch it at first. So I discussed that dream with my brother, and he a dear. And when we talk on messenger every Sunday. So he was saying that everything was off balance because, she was on it formed the right angle for one thing. And when she walked up there, it could have been she was going to take her place back because she did come from that right side over to the left, but she sat down. Well, but we do know that at some time Sophia had lost her light. So, or it could have meant that the chakras was attacked and the piercing in the front of the heart. Um, she lives in our heart, but she was silenced just for a little while. Could have meant that too. It could mean more than one thing. But if you feel like it and you want to, and you want to comment on the dreams, just feel free to. The Great Mother want me to share this with you. So that's the second dream. The third dream, Sophia was in my dream again. I was dreaming that I was dreaming, but I was in the bed sleeping, but I was dreaming that I was dreaming. So I was in a dark room. Sophia was outside, but her room was lit. She was in a lit area, a lit area. So I was trying to wake up, but every time I would wake up, something was trying to make me go back to sleep. So I would call out and I would say, Sophia, Sophia, and I would wake up again. And then or it's like I was slipping back into a sleep mode. I would yell out her name again, Sophia, Sophia. And then the third time, it was like I was trying to slip back into sleep again. But then I called out for her again, Sophia, Sophia. But this time when I woke up out of the dream. And so I say that dream to say that eventually we were going to wake up. And Sophia it was time for us to wake up, time for us to take our rulership back because patriarchal rulership is over. And then on 9/26/2024, that dream to go along with what I'm about to tell you now. So I get this spiritual message type of I hate to say message, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. And remember me telling you about the Amazonian woman that I was at work and I fell asleep just for a second. I just closed my eyes and I went to the eternal realm. And I was getting out of the car. The dream went like this. I got out of the car and there was a sister standing there and she was shorter than me. She wasn't fat, but she was solid, thick lady. She had the cornrows in her hair. And she said to me, she said I was her sister and how we were going to go to war. Well, after that, I woke up out of the dream because it was just, I just closed my eyes for a minute. And then on like I said, this was done on 9/26/2024. And these words came to me and it said, the Anunnaki Amazonian warrior woman. This is who is coming after or for you. Now I'm talking about the wicked. That's who this is. This is for. With hate, vengeance, wrath, a fury unlike none never before. And then I started to be hit with the spirit to write this. This also. Oh, you did us dirty. The sun you put an enclosure on and called it the SON. But see, the first one, it says the SUN. You put an enclosure on and called it the SON, turning it into Greek patriarchal masculine male dominance is no more. Because there was, after dominance is no more. You encapsulated the sun by closing off the feminine to masculine. it as SON. Um, and it's a breakdown about as encapsulate means to. So I started to look up the word to really, I know what it means, but it's a little more into it than what we think is just to close something in. It's different meanings to it. Um, it means to enclose something in or as if in a capsule. In biology, it means to confine to a specific localized area and surrounded by a thin layer of tissue. The coating or engulfing of particles within a continuous matrix. In medical terms, it means to surround by a gelatinous or membranous envelope. And that got to be that, because I looked up some of this stuff. I just didn't write it down. I just looked it up. When they spray that stuff in the air, those when they do that cloud seeding crap, and you see these particles they spray up there, and it makes this nasty thick grayish or dark gray colored stuff, and it just covers the sun up, and it and just layer that garbage. Just like it really does look like, if you look at it, it looked like you sealed in this jelly like garbage up in the sky. And that always resonated with me. When I look at it, it just looks so nasty, like somebody sprayed some kind of gook up in the sky, making it a dark charcoal gray sometimes. And when they try to hide and mask whatever's going on, that's what they do to cover it. And it reminds me just as the way I just read it. And that's it for that. And then at 11:09, 9/26/2024, the Great Mother wanted me to address these two by saying to the one. Now this is about, after this is going to be laid to rest, because I'm not going to even talk about it no more. I was telling y'all that I had something to say about this video that I was watching. And I watched it, but before I watched this video, what happened was I heard a voice, that's the Great Mother saying, don't look at that. You don't need to look at that. But hard-headed me, I wanted to see what it was about, because it said something about false prophets. And I was like, okay, I want to see that, what she's talking about, what this person is talking about. And when I tuned into it, I was listening to it, and then I got into it, and then I started to hear stuff. And I was like, I said such and such. Well, I made a video that said that. And I was like, is she talking about me? So then I felt that energy being thrown at me. But, and so it's just a little bit about that. But this is it for that. I'm not going to even mention that. I'm just reading what the Great Mother had intervened just to give me some peace of mind, to tell me that don't worry about it. And this is what was said. She is two different things, because it was a guy who chimed in on the channel, on our channel, on the Great Mother's channel, because this belongs to all of us. So he chimes in and he says, well, thank you for sharing, about the Great Mother, so on and so forth. So then he said, who is the Great Mother today? And I said, Sophia. So then that changed into the Father. God is not a woman, God is a man. And Jesus Christ said, you must go to the Father. And the Christ and God is one. And Jesus is the truth and the life, and dee ba 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 ba. And then he started to throw these scriptures at me and things, and I chimed in a little bit, but then I didn't want to tick for tack. he'll text me something, and then he'll message me in the comment, and then I'll message him back. I wasn't trying to do all that foolishness. So then I was gonna leave it alone. But the great mother wanted me to address these two people right quick. And after that, there is no more. I ain't saying no more. I unclosed the door. It is cut off. I'm not gonna even mention it no more. But this is one of the things that was given to me, some from the great mother and some things of my own that I took the time out while she was by the spot. While I was in the spirit, I was just writing my thoughts and things. But here it is. It says it was done on it was done on 9/26/2024, but this was like 11:09 in the AM. And it says, Great Mother wanted me to address these two by saying to the one, Who are you that you should call someone else false prophets? When I send my seed among the wicked, it is to expose them of all things, all their doings, no matter what it is. She said, You don't stand on the judgment seat of all. Because it was somebody else that I knew she was talking about, because I heard the things that the other person said. She would talk about celebrities and her visions, her dreams, and she would just talk about them. And she had been up there for a long time. She addressed that and said that the Most High didn't say this and the Most High didn't say that. And she was really, calling her a false prophet too. So, but anyway, that's all about her. And then to the second little boy, this is the great mother, and to the second little boy, and to the second little boy is to what you are. So the great mother called him a little boy. You have chosen your path for which you have chosen to walk in. You have, so this is, maybe he'll hear me, maybe he won't. You have chosen to turn a blind eye to me. I sent you a light, prophetess. You led the Gentiles' way. You chose the latter. You even said things to deflect from me that is not of me. So that's when he started to tell me that Satan was a bad man. And Jesus said, this, that, and the third. And then he started to mention the serpent. And then he was telling me I needed to go to the Father, because Jesus said, this is the same old foolishness. But anyway, so, and then after that, at 11:19 a.m., and I put this as me speaking, because I started to say some things on my own. So I'm just going to read what I put here. And I'm going to call him little boy, because he's Johnny come lately, and they're going to sit here to try to tell me what I needed to do and who I needed to run to, when I've already danced this dance. I done been here over and over and over, reincarnating over and over and over, just like the rest of us. So here he come, Johnny come lately, to try to tell me where I should run to. But anyway, here it is. It says, To the little boy, I call you this because this was given to me through the Spirit. Something you shall never be able to behold or grasp, as you have no soul. Neither can you have a connection to the ethereal realm, as this is where the great mother is. My connection to her solar system, connected plexus and all of the chakras in my entire system. And then you take a few scriptures from the Bible and start to tell me about the Torah and Jesus and the Jews, and then have the nerves to flaunt your father in my face, telling me how I need to run to him. Well, I don't want no part of your daddy. That's your father, not mine. So don't you dare come over here with your nonsense, false doctrines from man, the lying tongue. You can walk over here on this channel if you want, but I shall make sure you limp back where you come from. I went to your channel, heard a snippet of you, and left. I didn't comment, not forcing anything on you or anyone else. It's your decision to make, not mine. But you come over here, being a colonizing beast that you are, to flaunt your daddy, your father, scriptures, your interpretations of Jesus Christ on me. Little boy, let's talk about your father, the slaughtering, jealous, ignorant God. Oh, not to mention the blindness of he, just like you, who instead of searching out a matter to see if I was making sense or not, chose to act on sheer ignorance. When the truth is gone, it's gone. There will be no more. So go ahead and wander around like a deer in headlights, blind just like your daddy, like father, like son. Your father is the God who controlled this this material world. Your father is the ignorant God. Your father is the slaughter. Your father is the deceiver. Your father is the liar, the cheat, and he uses you to speak for him. Your father hates his own mother, which is the Sophia. I told you about who is the Heru, son you call Jesus. She is the truth and the life. Try reading Proverbs and stop flaunting your father, your daddy, in my face. He has done absolutely nothing for me, so why should I run to him? If anything, I will run from him and break a toe trying to do so. Little boy, you don't have a clue. Let's talk about your father, the one who is responsible for the slaughter of his own sisters and brothers. You see, little boy, your father is my brother, the one who hates not only his own sister and brothers, but his own mother. Slaughter, rape, pillage, steal, and so many other atrocities. Your father is the one that ordered the slaughter of his own sisters and brothers because they refused to bow down to worship him. So he toppled and burnt down all symbols, emblems, statues, and any trace of the Great Mother, her temples, her trees, or any existence of her. Then your father turned brother against brother, sister against sister, and and this shit goes on still. Then he put the icing on the cake by overthrowing the Great Mother, degrading her with names just like you popped off to me in the comments. Satan, serpent, little boy, just so you know, your father is Satan himself as well as serpent. Little boy, let me leave you with this. Your father ain't got no power. He never had no power, and he don't got no power now. It's because of the great mother that you even take a breath, because it's her, she, that you take in air, as she is the one with all the power. It ain't no one else. She, her, the great mother, controls the elements, and you can't live without her. Without her, there shall be no life, and your father is trampled underneath her feet. And that was it. I put that out there. I hope he hears it. I hope everybody hear what they need to hear. I won't say nothing else about it because I have tuned both of them out. And that's it. I'm done. And that's it.